All right, I'm gonna go over real quick how I name my days and why it's important for me to name my days. So this comes from the entrepreneurial time system on how entrepreneurs should name their days. And a lot of what I do in my home comes from business related systems and stuff, from Daniel learning and talking to me about stuff. And I'm like, oh, my mind goes straight to my home and how to implement that. So it starts with 3 names. You can name your days. You have the free days, focus days, and buffer days. Now you can break these down even farther and make it work for you. But at the beginning of my week, after I have filled out my whole planner, I know what my schedule looks like, and I have my list of high value targets or actions that matter, just to-dos, I start naming my days. It's like, okay, well, I know Thursday I'm getting together with so-and-so, so that's going to be a free day. Social things are free days for me. Focus days would be like I would spend a quality chunk of time doing office work, maybe meal prep, errand day, like very focused, not doing a bunch of random things. Buffer days are my time to do more random things, like the extra cleaning, take this down and put it away in the bins, in storage. Meal prep is kind of a buffer thing. You can just figure out where these items fit in these different days for you. So I just label out, I know Thursday's a free day. That means if I'm gone all day Thursday, I need either a buffer day probably before, maybe need a buffer day after. Like, it just depends what my other focus days are. Tuesdays are usually focus days for me because I usually have a babysitter for at least part of the day. And that's when I do I say office work. So anything on the computer, researching stuff, calling the bank, running payroll. I try to do that all on Tuesdays. These crazy flies in here. So the thought is you're time blocking and you're being very specific of what you're doing. So you're not jumping around to different tasks going, I've got to do laundry all the time. I have to cook food all the time. It's always needing done. I'm always needing to do something on my computer. I have errands to run 3 days a week, and it's batching them together. So try to do all your office work on your focus day, time block. Try to do a meal prep section so you're not sporadically always needing to do stuff in the kitchen. It helps you clear a day where maybe you don't need to do anything hardly in the kitchen besides warm some food up. I do laundry twice a week. I used to do it once a week, that it stopped working for us. Maybe someday I'll do it every day, and I'll have that just fit into my days. Sometimes I break my days even into mornings and afternoons, and my mornings will be buffer. I'll prep some food for dinner, I'll do dishes, do school with the kids, that kind of stuff, pick in the garden, and it's a buffer morning. And then the afternoon nap window is a focus for whatever, or it's free for me to do whatever's relaxing. Maybe I paint, maybe I read, maybe I get together with somebody, maybe whatever's life-giving to you. And a lot of times as moms, we cut that out. It's really hard for me to put it in there. Often I want to just catch up. I use it as margin instead of just unplugging. Maybe turn your phone off and have the time to really rest. So hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. You can categorize it however you want to. It's up to you whether you feel like meal prep is focus or whether it's buffer. It kind of depends how you do meal prep and things like that. So make it work for you, but the intentionality and clarity you get from naming your days every week is huge. Because if you know you need to do laundry twice a week and you're going to be gone on Friday when you usually do laundry, you need to bump it to Thursday or Friday. And it's not just a scramble going, oh yeah, now we're behind on laundry, what happened, and etc., if that makes sense. So I highly encourage you to take the time to get clarity every week, or maybe you are home enough, every week looks the same, you can name your days every week. Mondays are always this, Tuesdays are always this. Tuesdays for me are always focus. Monday and Fridays almost always have some buffer in them, if not a full day of buffer. And so then I have Wednesday and Thursday that can be free or focus. just depending on what I need or what the week ends up looking like. So hopefully this helps, and let me know what you think, and let's talk about it.